Hello, welcome to You Haven't Blanked That. I'm Forrest.
And this is Jimmy. Hey, everybody. Oh, man. Hey, everybody.
Just when you thought we were done with Harry fucking Potter.
We're back in it again.
I think this is going to be the kibosh because I have a feeling you're going to be really pissed off at the end of this.
Okay. I'm already mad because I already was guessing what's happening. But we're going to review Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Forrest, you were the one who really wanted to read this.
I wanted to get the full Potter experience.
See, okay, so this is not a J.K. Rowling
Her name's
story.
on it. She based on an original story by the guy Jack Thorne, J.K. Rowling, and John Tiffany.
No, J.K. Rowling just slapped her name on it like Krusty just to get a paycheck, and that's all it was. Because it fucks with the story and how things work.
Fucking time travel story. It's gonna.
Oh my gosh! No, but this is bad.
Is a time. Oh, this is not bad. I fucking love this. I'm not even kidding
Shut
you.
up.
I'm not even kidding you. This should have been book 5. This should have been what happened. They should have done it with Harry and the.
I agree that it should have.
This should have been book 5.
This should have been. Yeah.
I would have liked
should
this
have died,
series
and
a
his
lot.
father should have been more pushing to like.
Yeah, seriously, this should have been book 5. I would have. Oh my god, dude, seriously. This, remember, like, everything I bitched about in those books, they fucking fix in this one. And she doesn't even touch it. She doesn't even touch it.
Yeah,
She slaps her sticker on it, and it's gold, Jimmy. It's gold.
Oh man, I hate you so much right now.
I can tell you do, but guess what, dude? I fucking enjoyed this book like more than those movies at all. And you didn't start that other one, did you?
I didn't.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, like I hated it. And actually, it's a pretty popular thing with the Cursed Child that a lot of Potter fans actually dislike it.
No, I know. I've heard. I'm reading on it. I saw that like the fandom is split on it.
Because okay. So what did you? Okay. The more I'm thinking about the book, the more I'm feeling angry. And
Oh my god! What? Okay. What is your beef with it? Because
everything is wrong.
What's
Everything
wrong
is
with
wrong
it?
with this book.
Let's go.
The relationship with Harry and his son.
Why?
Because
Why?
Harry has gone out of his way to like build these relationships with like people around him and loved ones, and has a great relationship with his god
You
nephew.
can't fucking fix that with everybody, though.
And then
You can't. You're not gonna get that with everybody.
Oh my god! Are you the Cursed Child for?
No, I'm not the Cursed Child.
Oh my gosh!
But you're not gonna get that.
So who's the Cursed Child in your opinion?
in my family?
No.
I'm about to say.
Yes.
Wow.
No, in the fucking story.
Who's the cursed child?
Yeah, who's the Cursed Child?
I think it's Voldemort's daughter is the cursed child.
Yeah.
Because all those other books, like how they work out, it's like Harry Potter and then this, and it ends up being the fucking bad guy, or like one element from the book. But the cursed child is fucking.
I remember having
Voldemort's
this
kid.
discussion with a lot of people about who you think the Cursed Child is, because it's very like. There's no like, oh, you're the fucking Cursed Child. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like
there's no 1980s. There's no 1980s. You, Albus Severus, you're the cursed child. Oh, the
yeah. But like this one, it was very much like, okay. Well, I always thought, at first, I thought it was Potter's boy. What's his name?
Albus Severus.
Albus. Yeah. Stupid ass name. Even at the end of the books when they named him like that, I thought that was so dumb. But. I always thought it was Cedric. Cedric's the Cursed Child. Because no matter his outcome, he has to die. He was the one...
That's a good argument.
He was the one that, like, had to die for everyone to be
But, like, how did you not...
Or what, you save him, and then guess what? That cursed child leads into, like, this fucking, like,
That can be,
Hitler camp of Hogwarts.
Yeah, I mean, like, either way. I don't know how people don't like this book, because I fucking enjoyed this.
And then the Time Turner is actually a huge fuck-up in this whole story.
Why?
Because the Time Turner, the further you go back in time, you can't just go back decades and come back without it being an issue. There are rules.
There are issues. What are you talking about? They go back and shit changes hardcore.
Which is fine, because that's how regular time travel works in, like, whatever genre you want. But with the magical world, that Time Turner has devastating consequences, because you age the amount of time you've gone back when you come back to the present. There's no, like, I can just go back and forth willy-nilly, because you could have done that since the beginning. But
where does it say that, though?
In Pottermore, in the Ministry of Magic about Time Turners. Do you want to pull it up? I'll pull it up.
Oh, fucking... Oh, God, this is what my life's come to? But
oh, my gosh. Well, whatever. It's in there. For sure it's in there. Because they made a note about it, and the Prisoner of Azkaban...
So then, based on your theory, then Hermione's older than everybody.
She is older than everybody, but she only goes back an hour, so it's not devastating. Because there was a witch that went back in time.
She only goes back an hour,
yeah.
Right? Okay, so you're saying she only goes back an hour. How many times does she use that Time Turner in a year, and how many days are there in the school year are there?
I don't know. So let's see. She does it multiple times a day.
Yeah, she does it multiple times a day.
Yeah.
So how many times did you say a day she does it? We'll say on an average 3.
Let's say 5.
You want to say 5? You want to bump it up to 5?
Let's say minimum 5 classes.
But she's not, so she.
Well, yeah,
is she taking 5 extra classes?
Well, no, I think she's taking 3
That's
extra
what I'm
classes.
saying.
But let's just say for studying purposes, she needs more time to write stuff. So let's just say 5 a day. 5 a day. There was what, like 200.
5 a day. And how many
school days?
We'll say, I'll give you that. No. Because they're off for like Christmas for like a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Summers they're not there.
And the weekends.
And the weekends. And
okay, so I'll give you 200 school days.
Muggle President's Day and Wizard.
So 200. So 200.
200 times 5
is 1,000.
So she's 1,000 hours
older
for one school year. So 1,000 hours. So what is that? 3, 6, or let's do the math. Okay, so 1,000 hours. Right?
1,000 hours divided by
24.
Okay, so it's 41 extra days.
Yeah, we thought she was going to be decades older. You thought she was going to fucking go through menopause her senior year?
Based off your theory, then, that...
It's not a theory.
It's what they say about the Time Turner.
Yeah.
It's just called a Potter fact? Is that what you call it?
It's a Potter fact.
I'm sorry.
It's a Pottermore fact.
Did we call it a Potter fact?
Yeah.
So based off your Potter facts...
Yeah.
Why didn't J.K. Rowling step in? She had no problem jumping into the movies.
Because I guarantee you, she didn't... She probably skimmed it, saw that there was stuff, and was like, okay, yeah, I'm cool with this. But I don't think she really, like, read the story. Because she would have known, because it's like... But the problem, too, with, like, J.K. Rowling is that bitch is fucking crazy. Because, like, she'll just randomly just shout out things.
And then Dumbledore's gay.
And then because, like, guess what? Now they're fucking canon. So now we have to kind of, like, agree that it's all...
And guess what?
Guess what?
This is canon.
This is canon. No, this is not canon. Because on the Pottermore website, it literally says that you can't use time turners to go back that far in time. You really can't.
But J.K. Rowling's name is on it.
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is why a lot of people get angry with it. Because she made these specific rules, and then she broke them specifically for this book. It doesn't make sense. You just can't be jumping decades like that.
This is literally...
I would have been fine with this if Albus and his fucking Slytherin friend, what's his name? Scorpius. Fucking, like, were growing older every time they jumped, because then there's consequences to their actions. They're just not... You just can't just...
But they...
It's not Bill and Ted. You just can't go jumping through time through...
First off, you can, and they did.
Oh, my God.
And there were fucking huge-ass consequences when they came back.
My issue is with the time turner not being used correctly.
That's your issue.
If it was another magical device that they use to go back in time, fine. But they're using time turners, and it's wrong. And because it's wrong, I fucking hate it.
Now, I am going to say something that I believe, though.
Uh-huh.
I believe the name Albus has a gay curse on it, because I feel like the relationship between Albus and Scorpius can be like that they would like end up dating. Like if they did another story later.
You picked that up out of that thing?
Just the way they talk to each other, I picked up on that.
okay, maybe it's just my naivete.
Your naivete.
But I believe that that's how, like, young British boys talk to each
I
other.
don't think so,
They're
because
very-
because Harry and fucking...
Yeah, but he's muggle born.
Yeah, but they didn't talk like that. Just because he's...
I don't know, there was, what about...
Hold on.
What about
This
Dean,
isn't a muggle
what about
thing.
Dean Thomas and what's his face?
Hold on. This isn't a muggle thing. This is a manners thing.
Oh my god. No.
I feel like it is...
Okay, well...
I feel like there would be... I felt like if they didn't...
Well, there was that bedroom makeout scene that was in the back of the book that was a little awkward.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
But
I felt like
British.
I felt like if it didn't do what it did with the time travel thing, they could have kept it going where it was like a Grindelwald, like they mirrored the Grindelwald.
Oh, okay.
That's where I thought that was going to go. I honestly
right.
it felt like when I found out it wasn't just 1 year of a story, when it was like they kind of jumped a few years.
So you thought
I was like, oh, they're going to like Albus Dumbledore Grindelwald this.
So you thought Albus Potter was going to be like the new Grindelwald?
No. I thought Scorpius was going to be the new Grindelwald, and he was going to be the Albus Dumbledore.
Yeah.
The other thing I think is funny about this story too is that whole rumor about Draco's wife going back and like time turning and fucking Voldemort.
Dude, that's fucked up though.
Yeah,
Because it's fucked with Draco like crazy.
yeah.
And then to have it be like, oh, are you Voldemort's bastard son? But like, I never thought Voldemort was like
I never picked
sexual.
up. Yeah, I never picked up that he's like, oh, let's put something in. But he ends up he fucks Bellatrix.
Yeah, which I always thought was so gross, too, because it's like, I don't see those two in that, like...
I don't think it was a sexual thing. I think it was I need to fucking pass along the daughter.
Oh, you figured his Horcruxes, like his Horcrux was going to be the new...
Like him like I think it was I think banging Bellatrix and putting a baby in Bellatrix.
See, I just feel like that's so not canon. I feel like that's not...
Why would that not be his last attempt?
Because
and I know it's like a weird last attempt to be like, all right, well, they've destroyed all my Horcruxes. We need to fuck.
This is prior to all the Horcruxes being broken.
So okay, so they're saying that before all the Horcrux is broken. So we'll say, but the daughter's like 20. So then it would have to be like when he's coming back, like at the beginning of the stories, then, right?
Yeah, it had to be like after he came back.
So it would be between like 4 and 5. Then he like banged Bellatrix. Like,
yeah, but like I mean,
okay.
J.K. Rowling put it into the story, like, you know, Voldemort walked across the courtyard or whatever, saw Lestrange, and just grabbed a titty. Then I'm like, you know what? Maybe they did.
But he grabbed a titty. But you don't think he was just like, yeah, I gotta fuck you, but I don't want to. I got this idea because I got this idea where he's just like, nah, I don't want pussy. I want the world. Like that's what I get.
Yeah,
like,
I think like the material world, the physical world is
like
his own ambition was just to like live forever. So as long as he could like,
and that's how he does it. Like this is his way to do it.
But you have magical stuff that'll keep you forever.
And how'd that work out? How'd that magical stuff work out for him? They fucking found the Horcruxes and fucking got rid of it.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't know.
How does that work out? How did it work out for him?
I mean, if he wanted to live forever, he could have been like a vampire and just drain Nicholas.
Well, he drained something. Let me tell you.
We're not talking about Albus Dumbledore.
No, he drained something into Bellatrix. Let me tell you.
He could have like taken Nicholas Flamel, the alchemist, who's still alive in the stories, done some magic that way. I don't know. I just feel like it was such a weird thing to make Voldemort sexual, and then
I don't think it's sexual. I don't think it was sexual. I think it was survival. Like, I know it's weird to be like, all right, so here's part of my plan. Oh, you busted me out. Are we gonna go get Potter? Actually, first.
Oh, you know what? I can see what you mean, because then he could have then like released a Horcrux into her and possessed her. That
would I really put a Horcrux?
You know what I mean? Kind of like the same thing. Like, wow.
You're the one who said it, not me.
I was saying just like fucking the diary and like Jenny, like the way like she became possessed with like. Oh my! I'm offended for all of our listeners who for that hand motion, that charade of just cramming something in. Oh my god!
Like in Chasing Amy.
figures that she did.
Like in Chasing Amy.
Yeah. Oh man.
And it's there. Like it's a fucking Nuva
With his
ring.
snake hands.
Like it's a fucking Nuva ring.
Oh my god. Where has this gone, Forrest? I feel like I'm in the Bizarro world where you're in love with Potter. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. This okay. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. So here's so let me throw this out there.
Okay.
This is what the plan was.
Okay.
Like we're gonna bust everybody out. I think also if they did more of these, like they could have done it. Like why couldn't they done it where he just like if it's not a sexual thing, if it's like putting on with the seed thing, like why didn't you put him into more babies into people?
Because he's not a sexual being. Because
He's not a sexual being.
He should have done that. He should have done that from the get go.
And he did it.
Just straight up, like it was like
fucking did it.
Like what's that?
Literally, he fucking did it.
What's that king duty where you bang all the wives?
Are you talking about the one from fucking Braveheart?
Yeah. You should have done that to all of his death. Oh my gosh. Voldemort led his sex cult? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying he led a sex cult. I am saying he was doing everything he can to keep himself in power. Literally.
That's so gross, though.
He's a piece of shit. Why are you surprised?
He's not a piece of shit. He's just a dark wizard. He has heavy extremes, but they don't insist in, like, horcruxing children. What is... Hold on. Okay, let's step away from this conversation because I feel like it's going to get dirtier than this. So, let's just take a step back.
Hey, first off, Fight Club rules in this podcast.
Okay.
Each conversation goes until it ends.
Hold on.
And that's not done. So let me finish. This is Voldemort's plan.
Okay.
Okay, this was his side mission.
No one talks about Fight Club, by the way, so go ahead.
So, you fucking ruined it.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, like, why can that not be part of his plan? That's like insurance policy.
Wow. The visuals of getting forced.
Like, I don't think it was
I hope that's one of your signature moves, too.
It is. But I literally don't think he was like, all right, well, I'm going to try to seduce you. Like, I don't think he tried to seduce Bellatrix. I think he was just like, all right, now I've got my nose, my weird fucking face nose, and we're just going to do it. You can look away if you want to.
Could you imagine if you're...
Like, have that bumping on top of you?
Yeah, could you imagine that? With the red eyes and then no nose, and then he starts sweating, and then he's got no nose,
and it's like...
catches snot, so it's just snot and sweat falling on her face.
And she's like, but
who knows?
And she's fucking crazy, so you know she's like into it. Like she's into it, and he's just like, yeah, all right, and she's just like, she's just like, oh, we're gonna start it. And he's like, no, I'm done. It was a baby, and I don't want to do this again.
Do you think Lestrange being so happy that she was serving the dark arts and like keeping the plotline so clear that she called her racist grandmother or racist mother to like watch?
I don't think she called her racist grandmother. Why? Wow, you just took it to that place.
I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna go dark. I don't like this story. Oh, this is so dirty. Did you? Okay, so back to...
Oh, that thing is called Prima Nocta, by the way.
Prima Nocta.
And we are literally just like... We are literally like 5 minutes into the play. This is what we've come up with so far. This story, they actually go to the Dark Forest, and it didn't fucking bother me this time. That made sense.
I really dislike you. Okay, well...
But everything I was bitching about, the tension and all that was there in this book. All the how everything was convenient in the other books, and this one, no, like nothing was convenient in this book.
And they go back in time to the Triwizard Tournament. And they save him.
And then he ends up becoming a Death Eater, and it turns into fucking Schindler's Hogwarts.
Yeah, which I thought was like kind of a fucked up thing to do, because like why would you like tarnish the name of Diggory by making him such a shithole? Because his great grandfather was the head warden for Azkaban. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Pottermore fact.
Potter fact, huh?
Potter fact.
Yeah, I did not know that because I didn't deep dive into it that much. But no, that's what happens. I mean, he got pissed off because of everything that happened, because he got getting interfered with, and he was like, "Fuck all this, Death Eater for life."
I don't like any of this.
Did
you think? So, did you get like a Bart Simpson babysitter vibe?
Oh, like that episode?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the one
Where he has a crush on her, but
yeah, and then she takes
yeah, but I didn't.
kicks it.
But here's the thing: is like I didn't buy it as much as I bought like Albus and Scorpius being Albus and Scorpius like planting them seeds. I think the way they are talking to each other and the way they are slowly in love with each other. And that would have created great tension for another story because, like, yeah, Potter and Draco get along in this book towards about midway towards the end.
Well, I'm not going to just draw a conclusion just because I would be stereotyping.
I'm not going it off of being a theatrical play. I'm going off the story and knowing story and listening to the way they talk to each other. It's like how you asked me, did you think Harry and Hermione were going to get together? And the way they were talking, no. The way they talked to each other, I never felt...
Even J.K. Rowling said I was writing them to be together up until I realized I can't have them be together. I have to switch it up. She switched it up, I think, in book 3.
And that's
when they were like, okay,
but at that point, I mean, you can... I didn't pick up on any of it. I didn't feel like that at all. And you can tell because it's the way the characters were talking to her. The characters weren't... those characters, when she was writing them, weren't in love with each other.
I don't believe anything that you're saying right now, Forrest. No, because I'm actually super shocked. I'm shocked that you love this book.
This should have been book 5. If this would have been book 5, if they would have done this in book 5...
I read this in one night and was like, huh, okay, my bad. You know what? I read it too quickly. Let me go back and reread it and enjoy it.
And you couldn't enjoy it.
And I did. And I was like, wait. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me talk to other Potter people. And then by that time, people have already finished reading the book like a couple times too.
And yeah, like
everybody fucking hated it. I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought it was weird, like, because then like my biggest grievance was like I thought Cedric was the Chris Child. I thought
all these things that you're saying.
all these things I'm saying, and I thought I didn't like it, and I still think I don't like it because I think it's garbage.
It's not garbage. It's good. I'm sorry. This is what I was looking for. This is the tension. These were the when I was saying connecting the dots.
It is
these are the
good.
dots that were connecting.
Yeah, because I like that whole thing where you find out Voldemort's daughter. Like that was like, oh shit, because I didn't see that at all.
Yeah,
and they literally crumbed it for you from the beginning of the book with the whole like.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Like what she was trying to do, I feel he did much better.
Well, she literally didn't do anything to this.
That's what I'm saying. No, what she was trying to do in the other books,
for the stories, yeah.
He did better. The feelings that Albus has about not fitting in at Hogwarts are the feelings that Harry should have had in book 1. The ones that I was feeling like, oh, he just finds friends. Like, yeah. Albus hardly has any friends, and he's friends with Scorpius, the last person he should be fucking friends with. But this book does one thing that bothers me, where it's that thing where it's like, this is a book about fathers.
Okay.
It does that thing, you know what I mean? How the stories where it's like, this is about fathers, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no. But I think it's more closer to parents, because actually there's a lot of Ginny stuff in there where Ginny's like, nah, like, this is...
Yeah, I kind of like the moments where they're at the house, and they're dealing with, like... And then that moment where Harry's talking to Albus, and he's just not fucking connecting, and it's coming across so fucking wrong. And you're just like, I just remember the scene with fucking the kids where they pretend to be their
when
they make out,
or
they kiss goodbye or whatever. Like, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Here's one thing I picked up at the end. I don't know if you saw this. Picked this up at the end though. Did you notice that Albus didn't tell Harry that Cedric becomes a Death Eater in that alternate timeline?
He doesn't.
He doesn't. He just says like, oh yeah, he would have. You know, it sucks that happened to him. That's all he says. He just leaves it there. He doesn't say, because Harry goes, "Oh, I wonder." You know, I always think about what would happen to him.
Yeah, but
he doesn't ever. He doesn't say it
because you know what? That has to be a dark moment for Harry too. I mean, so I'm sure, like, well, you have kids. Like, even when they get older, they're gonna know like certain subjects you can't really like, you don't want to talk about or whatever, and then they'll learn to like avoid those topics with you.
If they got the smoothness of their father, they will not.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, with Harry, everybody knows his story. They know that like he lost it when like Cedric died. I'm sure like Albus is not an idiot and knows like I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to touch on that stone yet because it's I don't want to deal with it. Either he's emotionally doesn't want to deal with it, or he's just kind of like fuck it. I don't want to go into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like this is all the tension I was looking for. You put your characters in situations that are rough. Harry has to work with Draco. Draco has to willingly work with Harry. Harry fucking almost killed him.
Yeah, and then I do like that when going back through time and changing things, it's drastically different. It's not like, oh, okay, cool. It's like Hill Valley and like everything's like, oh, everyone's wearing a blue shirt instead of a red shirt. I mean, like these are heavy duty like consequences. So that's what I liked about it. If it wasn't the time turner, if it was anything else, I would have been fine with. But because it's just, I'm getting lost in the minutia of things.
Then don't.
And that's why I get mad at this story.
But then I'm
saying the way Harry is just so callous. Like he spent his whole story arc from book 1 to book 7 is love is the answer. Love will win out in the end, and then he lost that in this story.
But there's like 19 years between the end of that book, that series, and that shit happens in that 20 years.
Yeah, and guess what? And the thing is, like, I don't need to see a story arc where he like relearns the power of love, but at the same time, it's just like, did Albus Dumbledore's words not mean anything to him after a while? Did they just fade away with time? Because like, he just doesn't care. He's just he literally loses.
Yeah. They do for him, though. I mean, he was even kind of, like, standoffish when he talks to the painting of Albus Dumbledore. You're right in that. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Yeah, they aren't.
So I am correct. Thank you.
No, you're correct in that one point. You're not correct that this is a piece of shit, because it's not. It was good.
It's fucking garbage.
I enjoyed this way more than I thought I was going to.
No. I purposely really, really despise you for that.
But I also feel like they set up things.
For a new book?
For if they ever did anything beyond this. I feel like they set up to where like Harry's new Dumbledore and Draco's new Snape.
Right. Is there anything else you want to? Because I really don't have anything to say about this story. I fucking hate it.
I don't know how you guys don't like it. Like how the fandom doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's garbage.
It's not.
It's garbage.
This is everything that I was looking for.
Look what it is. It's insulting. It's insulting.
This is everything I was promised.
How dare you?
Everything I was promised, and it took somebody else to do it.
It was an insulting installment in the whole Potterverse.
It's not.
No, it was because the thing. It took its own rules, and it was just kind of whatever it was, and it ran its own story, and fine, okay, the story is done and it's there. But like, it was insulting for the sheer fact that J.K. Rowling, knowing how much of a stickler she is to her franchise and how she like is very kind of like particular how things are, and if things are wrong, she'll stop production on movies to make sure they're fucking correct. You know what I mean? And then with this book, with like the minutia that she deals with the time turners, with different things, she just didn't give a fuck. She goes, yeah, okay, that's fine, that works, great. Where's my paycheck? And that's what it was.
And that's literally what this was.
Yeah.
Well, literally, you're standing by that 100%.
Yeah, it was a fucking paycheck.
I'm sorry, but Jack Thorne knows how to write these characters.
No, fuck him. Fuck everybody. I'm done with this.
Jack Thorne wrote on something that we both like.
I don't like it. It's not canon.
It's canon. But Jack Thorne wrote on something we both like. Well, a sequel to something that we both like. That we both like a lot.
What did he write?
He wrote one of the sequels to This Is England.
I'm done with this conversation. You're making too many points. I don't like it. Fuck you, Forrest.
Alright, well with that we will end the episode with the only Harry Potter book that I am giving rave reviews to.
Out of 7 wands, how many wands would you give this?
Well, first off, the old one was 10, so I'm going to give this one like 8 or 9 because they did go back into the Dark Forest.
Oh, we're okay, so 10 wands, so...
I'll give it like an 8 or 9. Like, seriously. Like,
an 8.5?
Yeah. Yeah, like, seriously, like...
I'm being generous, I give it a 4.
You're being generous?
I'm being super generous.
So which was... So, okay, I liked it more than the 6th book, than the 5th book, than the 7th book. Like, this is what the 5th book should have been. I will stand by that.
It would have been interesting to go from the death of Cedric to trying to... No, see, I figure that's too soon.
No,
it's too soon.
Do it. Why not? No, it's not.
Because it's like, fuck it. We don't need him because he's not a vital character.
But then you could have brought him back and you could have made him that foil that we kept talking about.
Oh, yeah. But then it wouldn't go with J.K. Rowling's vision.
And your vision was a pile of shit. This is so great.
I was choked.
Yeah, thank you, Jack Thorne, for putting this back on the course correction that it needs. How is it that I like anything? Okay, how is it that anything that was in the world I like is not Harry Potter? Like the movies, I like those movies, the Fantastic Beasts movies. I like this.
I like the Fantastic Beasts movies too.
Yeah, but I don't like any of that Harry Potter. Those Harry Potter shits. Those Harry Potter books blue.
First off, they're not shit. And second of all,
They're British, so it's duty.
I'm literally just completely done talking to you right now.
All right, Jimmy. So, for some fucked up reason, you don't like any of the 80s movies I've given you.
I love all 80s movies.
Stripes?
Okay, well, let's not talk about that shithole of a movie. That bargain basement jizz rag that is Stripes.
Wow.
Stripes, that crapshoot of a movie. That one?
We should stop talking bad about Stripes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we're going to watch another Bill Murray classic, Caddyshack.
I am not looking forward to this.
You should, because this is the best movie ever.
See, you said that about Stripes.
Well, Stripes, it's really Bill Murray. I don't know why you...
I love Bill Murray.
Clearly you don't, because I showed you the gold that is Stripes, and you shit on it like it's fucking ready to rumble.
Oh man, you went. I like Uncle Buck. I don't know what happened to this movie. Like so far, you're 1-1, Forrest, but
Well, you also didn't like The Burbs.
that's right. God, who knew I would hate a Tom Hanks movie as much as I did that movie? Well, let's see how you do with this one.
Well, thank you guys for listening this week. If you want to comment on the show or if you have any questions,
You can hit us up on Instagram at yhblankthat, and you can email us at yhblankthat@gmail.com.